Hi, I'm John. This is my show, Sports Reckoning. So I just came across this page. This guy, I believe his name is ZiggyNo. I've seen his name in comment sections during live streams and stuff. So that's all I know about him and stuff, right? So I watched this video, and he seems like a good guy. I'm not saying nothing wrong. I don't really see anything wrong about him as a person. Seems like a fine person and stuff, right? So that's why I made this video really quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and answer a couple of those little questions and stuff. He brings me up, so it's like, okay, well, let's answer some of this little stuff.
You blocked me. I can't comment on your stuff. That's pretty weak. I know I'm blocking a lot.
He's not talking about me right there. Just he's not talking about me. I wanted to mention this though because he was talking about blocking people.
Places, so it's not a shocker. My channel, I don't block people.
Okay, just so you know, because he was talking about blocking people, I just wanted to mention this. I don't like to block people whatsoever, and I encourage people to give insightful criticism. Like, it's totally encouraged, but that's not what I get. Everybody just attacks with their simplistic point of views and stuff, right? But I will not tolerate if somebody says to me that, like, I should be arrested or the cops are going to be called on me or that they reported my channel or my stuff should be taken down. I instantly block those people and remove those comments. That's not tolerated whatsoever. That's one thing I don't tolerate. You're allowed to critique my stuff and encourage me to have a different form of a conversation. You do all that stuff. That's all, well, gets encouraged, But I will not tolerate anybody saying they're going to call the cops on me and stupid shit like that. Like, you could say, you could give me more of death threats that really wouldn't offend me. Once you say you're calling the cops, you're gone. I don't talk to losers like that. You're done. I mean, the scumbag freaking, you're the trash of the earth. You rat, scumbag, freaking trash of the earth. So when I'm talking about and removing people's comments or blocking people, I just explaining why there are some people that I do block.
Comment all you want. Let me have it. I love to hear it. Anyway, last thing I'll just mention, again, I think Glorious P brought this to my attention. So there's this other dude. And I almost thought to myself, do I mention him? First of all, I'm not a censorship person. So yeah, I do mention him. Yeah, Sports Reckoning. I understand where he's coming from. I watched a couple of his videos today. I will say, a little angry.
Yeah, I'm angry. Look at the world we're in right now. The world is being completely overthrown by this freaking woke agenda shit. And now, I would fully express myself and explain to you in deep detail about what my beliefs are about who's doing the shit and what's going on. But the AI in YouTube is incredibly freaking advanced now. And when you start saying there's words that you say, and so for me to have a conversation and having to mask my wording and it's too complicated, it's too tricky and stuff. So I ended up not going in depth about stuff, right? But we'll just say stuff like, okay, the woke agenda, fuck the woke agenda. Do I sound angry? Yeah, I'm fucking angry about this fucking bullshit woke agenda, pussy ass motherfuckers trying to tell me how to live my fucking life. Do I sound angry? Because I am. Fuck. I ain't gonna tolerate nobody telling me not to get angry about what these fucking demonic demons are doing to our world. Get angry, motherfucker! Yeah, I'm fucking angry.
A little hateful in some ways, man. I don't know. He makes a kind of attack on Mojo cards. He makes an attack about some other card company guy being a pedophile, dude. I don't know if you should make those accusations.
Oh, dude, fuck you. If I see a fucking pedophile putting his fucking hands all over fucking kids and giving them presents so he could fucking groom them so that he could fucking sexually molest them, and you don't think I should stand up and call that shit out, motherfucker? Dude, fuck you. You're a parent and you got the fucking nerve to not tell me that I should warn the public about a fucking pedophile? Fuck you.
It makes this bad joke video. I mean, dude, I want to make funny jokes too, but at the expense of other people, again.
Oh, what the fuck, of course? This is fucking roast your ass world. You don't fucking strong enough to deal with it, then fuck you. Dude, I'll tolerate that fucking shit. All fucking jokes are welcome. Demean me, call me fat, ugly, fucking loser, belittle me in a joking context. If it's done as a joke, it's fucking cool. Do it. Just like the fuckers up there's a point in your life where you're past that. They call it the roast. They roast the motherfuckers because what happens is there is no joke that could demean a person once you're on the level of what these people have accomplished. They're like, you can't joke at me anymore. You could say the most hurtful, demeaning, racist, negative, stereotypical fucking shit. It does not matter. I'm not gonna live in your pussy-ass fucking world where y'all sensitive fucking bitches won't allow me to fucking speak. Fuck.
I question, Mr. I think it's John. John, do you have kids? Right? Do you want your kids to see this? Like, I don't know, man.
Dude, my fucking page is listed not for fucking children. What the fuck are you bringing kids into this shit when my shit's clearly not for children? That's your goddamn fault out there for you. Now, did you buy your fucking kids a cell phone, you dumb motherfucker? You got your kids walking around with cell phones and you got the nerve to tell me that my content's not appropriate when you put access to every fucking piece of dirty fucking material in the world right in your fucking kid's pocket? Dude, be a fucking man. You're cool. You seem nice and shit. You're a real dude. If I'm out here watering my lawn, doing yard work, you walk by my neighborhood, we would have a good fucking long conversation. That's the real fucking world. I'd be nice, cordial, polite as could be. We'd have a good fucking friendly neighborly conversation. But I don't tolerate motherfuckers trying to tell me how to act and giving me weak pussy-ass excuses like, oh, what about the fucking children? Yeah, you're the dumb motherfucker that just said I shouldn't fucking stand up against the recognition of a pedophile who's fucking abusing children. You told me not to do that. And you're gonna stand up here and say, oh, well, you shouldn't do it for the... Fuck you, dude. Don't ever fucking come at me like you're a fucking protector of fucking children if you're not willing to stand up and call out a fucking pedophile when you see one. God damn.
I think here's my point. Let me close with this, guys. As somebody who tries, I really do try to be moderate and look at things from everybody's perspective, right? I've been in sports cards for a while. As a collector in sports cards, when the investor world came into the hobby a few years ago, I think it ruffled a lot of feathers. A lot of people didn't like it.
Okay, so I know he's going to mumble on here and stuff, and it's like I could go on and listen to all this stuff, but I'm not going to critique everything of what he's saying and stuff, because he does not really talk about me. He's just talk about other stuff in general and shit, right? So I'll tell you, too, about my sports card collecting. Okay, so same story that's out there with everybody. Okay, I collected in the 80s and shit, right? Okay, so I had to sell my fucking collection because my dad was a fucking crackhead. I'm living in fucking bad fucking environments and shit, right? I needed a fucking job. I needed a car and shit, right? So I had to get a fucking car so I could get a fucking job. That's the real world and shit, right? So I sold off my entire fucking collection. Like, the amount of work and effort of what I had put into that, like, so I had everything in the 80s that you should have, had it all. And the best stuff, too. I had a nice, multiples of stuff. That's the way it was, right? So I had a fucking serious collection, so much of time and effort of what I had put into that. So I sold my collection for $1,000. And you know what's funny? I saw a person in the comment one time, they made a comment about Dennis Cook, the pitcher. They said, oh, I've got a bunch of Dennis Cooks. I'm just going to throw this out here because I don't know. But what happened was, in my collection, towards the end of my collecting, I started buying like large quantities of certain players. One of the players I bought, so I had probably 250 Dennis Cook upper deck rookies and shit, right? I know another one I had Delino DeShields, and I had Ramon Martinez, not Pedro Martinez. I had Ramon Martinez. I had some big stacks of those guys that I had bought. And so, but the Dennis Cook one is I had a bunch of Dennis Cooks. And I seen a guy in a comment here on one of these sports channels one time mention something about having a lot of Dennis Cooks. And it was one of those things that's is that the kid that bought my collection? Because it was a mother with 2 sons and shit, right? I was probably about 20 and the kids were 10, 12, around that age, somewhere around there, and they had this mother with them and stuff, and they bought my collection. But that was one of those things is when I seen the guy say that, I was like, I was like, is that the kid that bought my collection? Is he in this neighborhood? That would be funny to, come across that. It's like, oh yeah, I'm the one you bought my collection and stuff, right? So Like I can tell you, I sold my collection for $1,000. I bought a little Renault Alliance, this cheap little Renault Alliance for $450. I went and got me a job working on the docks at Viking Freight, you know, unloading and loading the trailers and shit, busting my fucking ass and shit, right? So, you know, and so but that was what I needed to do. I needed to get that job and stuff, right? And that was one of those jobs that's like in my life, because I always smoked weed and shit in my life. And I had to take a drug test for that job, and it was like I wasn't super clean. I was over maybe a week clean and shit. But what happened? You know, you never know with weed and shit. You fail your test and shit. But I got lucky and passed that test. It was one of those things that I was like, okay with that. But that's so. Anyways, just talking about like real world, just giving you fucking little background on my history and stuff. But the card stuff. So recently, when I got back into card collecting, so like I said, I was doing the card collecting back then. Had to sell off my whole collection, and then as I went through my whole life, I was always into sports and smoking weed and making music and stuff. So I was into sports and gambling and stuff, but all of my friends were just into smoking weed and making music and stuff, right? So all the time I spent with my friends, it would have been smoking weed and making music and shit, right? So I never had anybody come back around that was into sports cards and stuff. So I never got exposed to anything, and I would check and stuff and look, but I never saw the grading stuff was going on. When I would check on like my cards and stuff, I just didn't recognize that the grading stuff, and so I never got back into sports card collecting until recently, which everybody did. The stuff is common story. What's now is that, so when I looked back into the sports cards now, because I seen that things were exploding, then I seen all the grading and all the silvers and refractors and all that stuff, what's going on. And so I started investing in, so what I did was, last year, right at the end of the Super Bowl, I started learning what was going on in the market. And then I started investing in cards and shit. So I made my choice last year. I made my choice of who I was going to invest in, because I looked at the market of what was expensive. Because like Josh Allen was expensive. He was obviously a target of who somebody I would have wanted, you know, and Patrick Mahomes, of course. But they were way too overpriced and shit. So I wasn't looking. I'm a gambler and shit. I want to gamble. So I'm looking for a team that looked like to me had opportunity, of which could be moving towards a Super Bowl, and a city that would really support that team. And so what I chose was Cleveland Browns, right? So didn't end up working out this year, but I still see that the team's still solid, and the fundamentals are there for that team, and I still think they can win. So I started investing in Baker Mayfield. So when I was investing in Baker Mayfield at that time, the cards were relatively fairly priced and stuff, right? So now, if I was a flipper, I would have made a killing, because I invested in Baker. I had quite a good collection of Baker. If I was flipping, I could have flipped it right before the season. I would have made a freaking killing, right? But that wasn't my intention. I have no intention of selling. I don't sell shit. I buy stuff and I keep it, because I'm not a person that's capable of building up a savings. So what I do is I'll build like some collectibles, things that I bought over my life and stuff, and I'll put them away and save them and stuff. So I do some stuff like that. So one of these things is like, I'm a lifetime smoker of weed and shit, right? So, but there's periods of times where I stop and stuff. Well, recently I was going to be stopping through this whole summertime. I knew I wasn't going to be smoking weed. So the objective of what I said is, well, I'll invest in the cards instead of spending all my money on weed, because I had always done this during my life. I'd always thought, man, if I had put the same effort into like investing the money that I was putting the effort into of smoking on weed and shit, I was like, man, I'd be so rich and shit. I'd be rich, because I sure as hell put a whole lot of effort and money into smoking weed my whole life and shit, right? So I was like, man, if I could have had that kind of focus into making money and investment, I would have been rich. But then I would have probably committed suicide, because I would have been mentally unstable, because the weed is what stabilized me and shit right now. So when I'm talking fast right now, I'm talking fast because I'm talking. I want to make this video as quick as I can. I'm trying to get out. It's not that I usually talk this way. I specifically talk this way in videos because I'm trying to get as much information out as fast as I can and shit, right? Because even when I'm stoned and shit, I still fucking be rambling real fast and shit, right? But so anyways, so I was invested in Baker Mayfield, and then I started getting some good Baker Mayfields, and so then I started looking to diversify a little bit. So I started investing in Nick Chubb and Odell Beckham, because Odell Beckham was still on the Browns at that time, right? So, and his cards were cheap. Like this is one of the things too. I don't like to show my cards, because my cards are all low numbered, serial numbered cards and short print cards and shit, right? And they're all graded. and I bought them all on eBay. So if I show my cards, if somebody was out there and wanted to track me down and I bought from so many people, I'm pretty sure that there's probably somebody out here that I've pissed off that could track back to cards and see, like if you saw my cards, they could track it back and say, oh, I sold him that card, and you send it right to, I don't send it to a P.O. box, all the cards were sent right to my house and shit, right? And so it's like, I don't mind, I'm trying to get famous. If you actually know what I'm doing on my other page and stuff, like what I was saying is my other page has been here for 4 years, and it's in the Michael Jackson community where I've proven that Michael Jackson's the love child of Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson. And so when people out here talk about things they've accomplished and things they've done, look at my Michael Jackson story is worth $1 billion, okay? But the problem is I would not allow my fucking self to come out like that great curator, right? It's the most disgusting fucking speech that's out here, that fucking woke speech trying to tell you to be nice, and fuck that shit. It's disgusting on a level that's fucking disgusting. Like the great curator says, well, this is a getaway from me. I live in the real world where it's all crazy, and then when I come into the card community, this is an escape. Yeah, that's right. When I come into the card community, this is an escape from that fucking woke bullshit culture. And when I got that dumb motherfucker, the great curator, in here in the card community telling me I gotta act fucking all polite and woke, and fuck that shit. Fuck that. I came in here for my escape, and what happened? I got those same damn woke culture bullshit losers fucking talking shit. Fuck that. And I got you motherfuckers out here all afraid to stand up and say, fuck that great curator bullshit coming out your mouth. Take that woke shit, stick it up your fucking ass. Fuck that shit. You guys are all fucking bitches. You won't say shit to nobody. Fucking loser motherfuckers. Yeah, I'm fucking angry. So, I got my Michael Jackson story, but I know that I will not allow myself to be propped up by those fucking bullshit motherfuckers out there. I'm not gonna go sit on their shows and go, daddy, oh, life's great, no, everything's fine, and blah, while they fucking just feed me cash. Fuck that. I'm not doing it for the fucking cash. I will not bow down and suck fucking cock for cash. Fuck that. That ain't fucking happening. I ain't fucking taking one up the ass for the fucking team. Fuck that. No. So, I got extra fucking aggressive and fucking talked in this kind of fucking matter to make sure that when my Michael Jackson story breaks, I will not be propped up as a prop by those fucking woke liberal piece of shit motherfuckers. Fuck that. My Michael Jackson story is worth $1 billion fucking dollars. The book that I would write after my story breaks, they would have thrown me 50 million fucking advanced fucking guaranteed fucking shit like that for a book deal. I ain't going to fucking sign my life over to some New York fucking publishing bullshit motherfuckers. Fuck them. I'm giving them no fucking power over me. I will sit and be a bum and not fucking enjoy any of the benefits financially from all the fucking work I've done if that's what it's gotta be. Because that's who the fuck I am. They're not buying me. Fuck that. I'm not bowing down to you woke liberal bullshit motherfuckers trying to be polite. Fuck that shit. Wake the fuck up. If you cared about your kids, you'd be fucking screaming from the top of your lungs too, saying fuck this shit. We all say fuck this shit. That's how you stop it. But no, you're sitting here telling me, don't call out the fucking pedophile. Oh, don't yell at the great curator. People are gonna think you're racist. I don't give a fuck what race he is. I care about the fucking woke bullshit propaganda nonsense he's spouting out of his fucking mouth. Yeah, I'm fucking angry. So, now if I fucking told you all the other fucking shit that gets me angry and shit, we'd be going on and on and on and on. But I fucking spouted enough, think I fucking got your attention enough, let you know, this is why people don't fucking come back and make fucking videos about me. I instantly put the fear of fucking God into them. Do you feel the fucking presence of God coming out of me? Because that's what the fuck you're dealing with.